I'm Reverend Father Austin Abah Otanwa of the Catholic Diocese of Ugbokolo. I started from here as a student from JSS1 to SS3. I finished in 1997. I was the chapel prefect during my time. After that, 3 years later, I gained admission into the seminary. I had my spiritual formation for 1 year in Aliede, Benue State. Then I proceeded to Makurdi Seminary, St. Thomas Aquinas, Major Seminary, Makurdi, where I had my first degree in philosophy. Then after that, I came home into the diocese for 1 year pastoral experience. And after my 1 year pastoral experience, I went back for my theology, which was the second degree. And after my second degree, I graduated in 2009 and was ordained deacon and subsequently ordained a priest in 2010. And since my ordination, I have been in school apostolate. I have worked in some schools in the diocese. After my first degree, that was when the whole journey started. After my ordination in 2010, I became the principal of Our Lady Queen of Apostles College, Ugbokolo. From there, I think I was transferred to Aidugudu as a chaplain to Fatima Girls Secondary School. I left there for this place as a classroom teacher and assistant chaplain to St. John Bosco Chaplaincy, Poly. I was transferred again in 2018 from this place to IFAM, where I also worked as a principal of St. John's the Apostles Catholic Secondary School, and also as a priest in charge of St. Michael's Mission, IFAM. I left IFAM last year, 2021, for my alma mater, Emmanuel Secondary School, Ugbokolo, as principal. Emmanuel Secondary School, Ugbokolo, that we have today started from the then RCM Primary School, Odisasa, Ugbokolo, in the year 1967, under the leadership of Reverend Father Basil Duintin. Then a year later, precisely in 1968, the school moved to its permanent site. That is where we are now. And he was there and handed over to Reverend Father Gaffney. That was in 1969. A lot of changes have taken place here. Like when I was here, during the time of Mr. Leonard Over, the school was, though a very big and popular school, we never had the structures we have now. Though we had structures, but they were not as modern as we have them now. Where I did my JSS1, I was in JSS1 set 2, and it is down there. That place is abandoned for now. And then my JSS2, where I did my JSS3, I think it has been knocked down. But the structures of my JSS2
is still standing.
Yes, SS1 has been turned to a hostel now. Where I had my SS2, SS3, they are still standing. Then where we had as chapel it was just a classroom that we were managing because of the number, which was very, very high. So we were using one of the classrooms. And at that time, you could have plenty students and teachers outside. And remember too, it was day boarding system. So the hall we used for our chapel has now been collapsed into a chapel now. We use it as our hall for now, and that is the place. About 3 classrooms were collapsed to give us one hall. Then the principal's office was not what we have now. It was just down there. I can still remember the principal's office, the secretary, the finance clerk, and the staff room. So we have a new staff room now.
This is Emmanuel Secondary School, Ugbokolo, staff room, the place where teachers settle down for their day-to-day official assignment. Sit down here to prepare their lesson before they go to the class to teach the students. In the past 10 years, the staff room now was small in capacity compared to what we have now. We have a staff room that is more conducive than what we used to have in the past, with modern facilities like a wall fan, television, and cushion and chairs that are made of cushion, and tables, modern tables.
Then we also have a library now, a new library. The library we had was joined to this block where we have principal's office. We also have a clinic. We never had a clinic before. We also have a borehole in the school with the support of the school and an old boy of the school. So we have so many things being handled here by our old boys. Going back to them again is just like you said, Oliver Twist.
Yes.
Yes.
You continue to ask.
And they are never tired of us.
Of course.
They are never tired of us. We have many projects here. We have the school hall still under construction.
Yes.
We want that place completed because we are expecting a larger number. We want that place completed so that the students can use it. And also we have a project of examination hall still ongoing. It has reached the decking level. We need support to complete it. So we need even renovation of our staff quarters. Some of our classrooms too, we need renovations there. So the work in this place is enormous. Yes, but I think with the help of our old boys and other spirited individuals in the society, we will be able to achieve all we have mentioned. We never had anything called a vehicle or a car for the school, but now we have a good number of them. And again, we have a nursery and primary school that also has a bus. First of all, I must thank the society and those who have passed through here. They have been assisting. They have done so much. Senator Comrade Abah is one of those that have really assisted this school. Dr. Abah, a good number of them. I don't. The list is a long one. Our old boys, they are very, very supportive. the volleyball courts we have now. I think that is the latest project in this school.
Yes.
Handled by 2001 set.
They said all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Therefore, we will introduce you to our badminton court, volleyball court, basketball court. We have a standard feed and net sport facility in this school. After prep, after siesta, the boys, they come out to play and refresh themselves, and teachers help them to train and get equipped for any competitions that is coming their way. The football pitch is over there, handball pitch is there. We train very well here.
If I must talk about the level of discipline, you know, discipline is two-sided. The person giving out the discipline and the recipient of that discipline. Yes, those who give out discipline, they are still working well. In terms of discipline, like in this school, no use of handsets. Yes, it is forbidden. Nobody is allowed to jump the fence or scale the fence
during school hours.
Yes, for any reason at all, you are not allowed. If anybody is caught scaling the fence, you will be punished severely. So I think responding to discipline then and now, I cannot really strike a balance, but I want to believe that yes, the students we have now are well mannered, even in a society where we hardly get people with sound moral lives. But here we see them to be keeping to our rules, and they are really trying. The students are trying. They are responding to the formation we give to them. During my time, we didn't hear about courtesan. We didn't even hear about it. The only thing that was trending then was maybe people going for night parties, and they end up being beaten from there and they rush home. Now we hear about it, and we can see it every corner of maybe
the society.
In this place is a holistic formation we give to them. First and foremost, we draw them closer to God. We help them to realize the need to know God, and that God is the only one that can really assist them to become whatever they want to be tomorrow, not man. And another thing we also introduced in order to help keep them here in the compound is the existence of ESU currency. So they are not allowed to use Nigerian currency here on this compound. So we have our own currency, and our currency is only used here on this compound. So you can't use it outside the gate. So when they go out with ESU currency, when they come in, they convert their money to ESU currency. So nobody can go out and
buy anything
with ESU currency. So they are compelled to stay in the school. That one is helping us a lot. So we also have social nights whereby we allow them to showcase their talents. We also have other extracurricular activities like sports. The students are very good in sports. I'm happy that even from here, we also have footballers that are doing well. So everybody must not end up in the office. So it's a place where we form them to realize themselves, get connected to God, and also discover their talents and develop them. And in the bid to maintain standards, there are certain things in the society, or the society allows, that we don't in Emmanuel Secondary School. Because if you go to the society, you see plenty schools that are just exam centers. On a normal day, you will not see any soul. But while NECO examinations come up, you find many students, many candidates. From where? The migration to those centers is because nobody is ready to carry out any hard work. They don't want to study, but they want to get good results. How? Only those candidates and their God know. And since they are looking for a cheap way to success, which we don't allow here, in the society today, everybody is a witness to what is happening. This is the result. Because they go to school, they are not properly formed. They have certificates, they can't defend them. And the danger is that you can have a doctor by certificate, but not a doctor by knowledge.
By practice.
By practice. So, like the caliber of old boys we have today, if they were to pass through the mushroom schools we have, or the miracle centers we have, I don't think we would have had the breed of old boys we have today that are well placed. And anywhere a student of Emmanuel Secondary School goes to, he remains on top. Our motto is God is with us, Emmanuel. So the God that is with us is with all those that have passed out from here, and it is manifesting in everything about them. So our success depends on God. We cannot reduce our standard, all because of what we see happening in the society today. We can't reduce our standard. In those days, we had a common exam for students coming in, set by the Catholic Education Services. Up to today, that is in existence. So we get our students from the Catholic Common Entrance, which every year comes up in May. So when they attend, they choose our schools, and if their names are shortlisted, they also go in for the interview. And when they are screened, then we have one. I want the school to go digital, so that anybody, anywhere in the world can access Emmanuel Secondary School and know more about us. So to graduate from this level to that level, whereby you don't need to drive down to Emmanuel before you know much about Emmanuel. Anywhere you are, you can access the school. We have many old boys outside there. Some are very good in computer. They live on computers. So if they can come and help us develop and upgrade our ICT center, we'll be very glad. We have people who are good website designers. We have people that can promote the school in different ways. We have people who are gifted in those areas. Any area at all, you are blessed by God. Since they pass through the school, if they are ready to come, we are ready to receive them gladly, and we'll be happy to see them do that. If they can build anything and in a way would want their names to remain in this school, we'll name it after them. If somebody chooses to build a classroom block, we'll name the classroom after the person. If the person chooses to build a hall, we'll name it after the person. Anything at all they are capable of doing, I think the school will be ready to welcome and appreciate such people.
Odanka doko poka kole mapa TV alabo date no ya haje ka bolona ku YouTube abona labo doa owo choge ho hacho
Ihotu lumeiku